Okay, so this is less of a production as I usually do because I think my channel really has been just like my own self therapy, which is interesting to think about. But let me project more. I'm talking really quietly. I was saying that I'm really noticing my channel's become more of like a self therapy thing because it's been like, yeah, I put my faith out there because my faith has been like what I choose to lean on, and right now I haven't been doing that, and I think because I haven't been leaning on my faith, I've been choosing to lean on my own sight, and my own sight is when I choose to then ignore my own discernment when I feel in my heart that there's something wrong. And usually that thing that's wrong is the fact that I'm not accepting the things that I'm seeing that are telling me like, hey, time to move on. And one situation, it was like less impactful, I would say, but one was like very impactful in how it happened. So I'll say it was both sides of like the coin of like it being like enough where it's like it hurt, but I can't be mad at it. And then another side of it is like where it hurt and I am mad about it because I put myself in that position both times. And it's hard for me not to be like, oh, like this, that, and the third because I want the best for myself, but I have to acknowledge that life doesn't revolve around what I want. It revolves around what God chooses that He wants me to have. And sometimes what He wants me to have is not in that season of my life. And He's showing me that I shouldn't be having it. And I'm choosing to put myself in a position to get hurt. Oh my gosh. My poor heart. My poor heart. My poor soul. I have been neglectful to them. So, what does that mean? Why am I talking about this? I am going back to what I need to do, and what is that? Um, that is spending time with myself and just regaining my self happiness being by myself. That means that I'm just not talking to people like people that show up in my life that I know are showing up because they are there for me. I'm not gonna neglect or choose to take a step back from, but people that I feel like are fitting me into life on in a way where it doesn't connect well with what I'm like what I look for in having in my life, then I'm just gonna take a step back fully. Like not take a step back and hope that it works out in what I want. I'm going to take a step back and let them come to me. I will act accordingly. I'm not going to be rude about it because it's not the kind of person I am. I'm a bleeding heart. At the end of the day, I care about people. But that also means for myself, I'm going back to square one where I have mentioned, I think, but if not, I like just rebuilding that group of core people in my life. I already got one. Like my mom tells me, there should be four real good people in your life. You're the thumb, they cover you. I know I got one. There's like one and a half right now. I'm not really sure that it's there when it's there, but sometimes it isn't. I'll say maybe like one, but like that one is like multiple people. So like they all kind of like compensate for each other. But I would say there's only one really right now, and I'll see as time goes on if there really are other people that I feel like they are, or if it's just that they were there for a season and I have to let go and move on to this new season of my life. And in that new season, I know for myself that means being my word. That means being off my phone more. I'm going to start intentionally carrying my Bible with me as much as I carry my phone. And if I wanted to use my phone, I want to try to pick up my Bible instead. If it means that I either have like two like those little tiny ones, like one New Testament, one Old Testament, then so be it. So it's more portable, but I'll figure it out. just to have me off a screen in general. Like, there was a video actually about this company. They were talking about how that the phone and just technology is a what over $100 billion industry to attack your brain, and it is. That's the best way to put it. We are in a generation where we grew up on technology, starting from the most rudimentary thing to having quantum computing. I'm in a cybersecurity course. Quantum computing is one of those things where like people don't realize that it's gonna be sooner than we think, legitimately. And the second we hit quantum computing, there's gonna be so much damage done to our minds because that technology will have access to who we are and we're able to remove us from who we are. That's why I want to just go back to something simple that, even though I didn't do, but I feel like it's gonna let me just reset everything for me. So I'm not hurting. I have been hurting for too long. It's like I have my good seasons, I have my good moments and my bad moments, but whenever I hurt, that hurt lingers, and it's no one's fault. It's my own for letting people hurt me. And I mean, by letting people hurt me, that's just choosing to not take the hint, choosing to not have the conversation sooner than later. Um, because I am more focused on what the other person thinks. Either way, I'm saying this because I'm done with my generation. I am done with having to put up with my own emotions and the incohesiveness of my own faith walk in what I want. I want to start by building cohesion, then my support system. If that means I lose everyone that's around me and I have one person and my family, then so be it. God only knows what He is trying to do for me right now and what He's keeping me for, because the Lord knows that there have been moments where I've wanted to scream, run away, and never look back. But I'm still here. I'm going to keep taking one step at a time, even if it's one toe. I'm not going to let myself be sitting still any longer and just start acknowledging what is wrong.